Soundoff back. The first show of December. Sponsor of the month, Beyond Excellence, Lisa Lewis and Beyond Excellence, doing some great things for Winnipeg music, local scene, everything to do with Winnipeg, really. And we were just saying she got some great photos of the band I'm talking to tonight, Indian
Killer
City.
photos.
Yeah.
Played side stage, and she got some great photos. Lisa's always out. She's going to a lot of shows. So thank you, Lisa, and thank you for the sponsor of the month for all of December. Not many shows this month. Got a couple lined up, a couple big ones. This is one of them. This is a big one. This is one of my most anticipated talks, I would say, of 2025. I mean, my Spotify Wrapped #5 album,
Wow.
Ghosts.
Wow.
I
Wow.
mean,
That's crazy, man.
pretty good. It's only been out for like 2 months.
Yeah.
But it hit #5 on my most listened to albums. And I was saying before we went live to Gabrielle here that I just got back from Cancun and I really listened to it a lot on the plane. So absolutely
Awesome.
fantastic. Let's jump right into it here. Let's talk about this. We got Jay and Gabrielle here from Indian City. Tell me about the band. Tell me about a history of the band. I did tell you I'm fairly new to the band. I would love to hear, where things kind of got started and where we're at right now.
Yeah. Well, I think what's kind of great about this band is it's always evolving. So we always have different guest artists coming and going within the band, and it was started in 2012 by my dad, and he wanted to start somewhat a band, but more just like a community or a collection of artists having this space where they can come and share ideas and collaborate, mostly in spirit of reconciliation. So having both Indigenous and non-Indigenous artists working together. And you can hear that a lot in the lyrics from starting from the very first album and making its way to now. You can hear where there's different influence from Indigenous culture, but also just a way of celebrating Indigenous people and having that through a reconciliation lens. And so I think both me and Jay had joined in the same album. That would have been the Here and Now album, right, Jay?
Yeah, that's right. That was what, 2000 and
I think 16 or 17.
what Juno loss was that?
That was the 2018
Um,
Junos.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. So what year did you say? 20.
I think we released the album in 2017, but we were working on it in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had a long history with Vince, Gabrielle's dad. He and I were in a band together for a couple of decades in a band called Eagle and Hawk, and that ran its course, and then out of the embers of Eagle and Hawk came Indian City. So, and I wasn't on the first few records, but I thought you were on the first. I thought you were on the first or second record, though. No, did you not make
No,
a
no, I
guest?
was still in high school then, so I wasn't
Oh, you're
really
just a
just
baby,
young
still a
then.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is yeah, in the Here and Now, and then I wasn't on the next record. Would have been Code Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was not on the Code Red album.
No. And then Tomorrow, and then now Ghosts.
Yep.
So there's, a lot of different guest artists that have come and gone over the past decade and a half now, but
Yep.
over a decade. So, on the first album, there was William Prince. I think he was on maybe the first two albums.
Yep.
Donna Merrow, I think, has been on almost every album.
Yep.
We had Jim Cuddy, Chantal Kraviazik, both on Code Red. And we had Julian Taylor. We actually met him at the Junos in 2022 or maybe 2023 when we were nominated for Code Red. And so again, it's just a great place for collaboration, a great space that we create, allowing other artists to come in And whether they come in just for an album, just a song, or if they come in for more than that, I think it's just a nice way for us to all celebrate music together.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, you go through the songs, and yeah, I had Jim Cuddy, Chantal Creviaz, Goody Grace,
Yeah.
Don Amaro. I mean, there's some major names coming in there. I love how you how it's like a collaboration, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Which I want to get to the talking about this new album that came out, and the single that came out, Ghost Don't Drown, with Ariel Posen, who was on the show a couple of months ago. He was on the street, and he did it from the street, but he was a busy guy. Him and Tom Wilson, who has not been on the show, but Tom Wilson of Junk House and Blackie and the Rodeo Kings, I believe.
Yeah, you bet.
What a cool song, though. And
Thank you. Yeah, we're very excited about that song.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's the whole album's fantastic. That song when that came out though, and I believe Ariel was just on the show and we were talking about his signature guitar that was coming out, and the tones that he was using, and then he lays out that solo in there, and it's like, oh, it's such a nasty tone. Absolutely
Yeah,
love it.
he's just such a monster, like a legit guitar god. And we had known him for, well, because he was home based out of Winnipeg for many years, and Eagle and Hawk and Indian City, kind of, we traveled in the same circles, but sometimes we didn't have we had our own circles as well. And I sort of developed a relationship with Ariel just by bumping into him in airports.
Mm.
As we both would be on tour, waiting for a connecting flight or leaving Winnipeg, or although I seem to catch up with Ariel like in Chicago and Denver and Calgary and other places, and just felt that this song needed a suitably dark and soul altering solo for this section. And Ariel he delivered. Like, he was just, of course he would. He's an amazing talent, and he's just a real humble guy. He's always been very welcoming and inviting and real. And yeah, very blessed to have Ariel on this record.
How do you go about getting people like Tom Wilson and Ariel Posen on a song? Is it just a simple ask, or
There's a relationship and an
Mhm.
ask. Like with Tom, Vince and I think, oh man, this is going to sound so old when I say this date, but in like 99 or 2002, Vince and I played Winnipeg Folk Fest, and we were on a daytime workshop stage with Blackie and the Rodeo Kings, and was a real natural fit. I was a huge fan of Tom. I was a huge fan of Stephen Fearing in that band, and Colin Linden, the guitar god in his own right. And we just the bromance sort of started from the Folk Fest, and then we'd run into each other, various music industry events across the country. And same thing with Ariel. He is hilarious, and he's a character. He's a legit rock god, and but always really cool, really inviting, really welcoming. So those two guys, there was some relationship. Like, we weren't, best friends and having sleepovers or anything, but we we wrote this Ghost Don't Drown with kind of two voices in mind. One was William Prince, and the other was Tom Wilson, because Vince and I had talked for years, man, wouldn't it be cool to do something with Tom or Blackie and the Rodeo Kings, and so we needed a couple more songs, I think. Hey, Gab, for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
record. And we finished Ghosts, and I thought, oh man, now's the time. And we so reached out to Tom by text and Ariel. Both said they were interested, but we had to go the business route and connect with Gabrielle, myself, our label, Atomic Ranch, and then including Ariel and Tom's management.
Mhm.
And I don't know, the great thing about music is you get to be a fan, and like I love being not a groupie, but I love loving. I was never that musician. Sorry, I'm kind of hogging lots of oxygen in this room. But
Okay.
I was never that musician who stood at the back and like, can we swear on this podcast?
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
we're live. I can't stop you.
okay. I never, of course, it's sometimes fun to gossip, but I never really bought into the shit talking your friends' bands or other bands. Like, that's a great thing. Like, of course, we can all love these major label artists, but we also get to love like our peers and their bands. Like this whole shirt collection behind me is
Hmm.
Winnipeg bands, and um, so yeah, that's just one of the benefits of one of the joys of getting to do music is getting to really love other music.
Yeah. I would say also
Absolutely.
a lot when we're kind of starting an album, we are definitely thinking and keeping in mind, are there any particular guest artists that we're wanting for this album? And sometimes when we write a song, it might be for that guest artist, or sometimes we write a song and then we say, hey, this person would be great to be on it. So it's yeah, we usually try to brainstorm a little bit ahead of time, but sometimes it's just like Ghost Don't Drown happened so quickly. Like it was very quick because we needed, I think, two more songs, one or two more songs for the album. And this was a song that Jay had been working on kind of in the back burner for how long? A couple of years?
I think I saw some old videos of jamming it with my kid, like from around 2015,
Mm.
2016, started this song, um, which is a testament to my procrastination. But to continue what Gab was saying is that once it was done, we identified Ariel and Tom. Um, Man, once we had the business worked out with Ariel and his management, we sent him the track. He sent it
Yeah.
back the next day with like 4 passes.
Yeah.
Uh, the whole song. I think it was in like
Really
potentially
quick.
an hour.
Yeah.
It was crazy, right? We were just floored, like that
Yeah.
Ariel would give it the time on the same day. Like, and the cool thing was that Ariel gave us 4 solos, and they were all different. So it was really hard to pick one, but I feel we picked the right one. And with Tom, we totally Blacking the Rodeo Kings again. Once we had the business end done with management, um, just so happens that Blacking the Rodeo Kings were at Winnipeg Folk Fest this year, and we worked it out that I picked up Tom at the Fairmont like 10 in the morning,
Mm.
whipped out the studio with Chris Gaffney, and had him back at the hotel by noon so he could prep for his Folk Fest show. So it
Wow.
just, yeah, it was a blitzkrieg. It was just so cool to kind of watch that happen. And
Yeah. It came together really quick.
yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, I say it again, just a fantastic song, and it's crazy to know that this is one of the later ones in the
Hmm.
that made it. But I do have to tell you, it's not my favorite off the album, and I'm going to get to my
Ooh.
favorite off the album. My
Oh,
favorite
oh.
song on the album, and if I go back to the Spotify thing, I forget what number it is, but it's very, very high up. And Gab, this one goes right to you. Road to Redemption.
I thought you were gonna say
Nice.
that.
Now, the
Nice.
reason I say this is a perfect I say it's a perfectly written song. It's got a great story that goes with it. And I'll be honest, the first couple times, I'm not really a lyric guy. I listen to a lot of what's going on around the rest of the room, right? But this one, I really focused in on it, and it's such a great little story going on through it. The vocals, I mean, you might be my favorite female vocalist right now.
Wow.
Whoa.
The harmonies in it, like this.
Yeah.
When I had you guys coming on here, I was like, I'm gonna tell them exactly how I feel about this song, because I think it is such a perfectly done song in every way. Musically, it's fantastic. Vocally, the harmonies are unbelievable in it. I mean, I probably play it every couple days, and
Wow.
just a great song. And I could sit here and I'm just kind of looking at the list of songs right now, 7 songs on there, and every one of them is just such a great song though. But this is the one that really stood out to me, and this was my introduction to the band. When you
Wow.
released the song as a single, I
Yeah.
listened to it, and there was a whole thing. You played the Burt Block Party
Mhm.
Yeah.
last year. Last year, yeah. You played the Burt Block Party, and that's when my eyes kind of opened up to the band. And then this Road to Redemption comes out. I listen to it. I'm like, this is phenomenal. Just a great song. And then time goes on. There was another one that came out. Maybe it was Mother after that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then the album drops, and yeah, I've just been listening to the album. But yeah, Road to Redemption is such a great song. For the first, I would say the first, I guess, month listening to it, I always dissect songs, and this is one that I really dissected, where I listened to different things in the song, and then I was in this vehicle that had a really good sound system, and you can hear kind of just a little bit more every time, right? And
Yeah.
I pick out new things in the song, but I think the latest thing in it that I've really dissected is the harmonies in it. It's just fantastic. So
Mhm.
I really just wanted to let you guys know that yeah, it's just a gem of a song. SOS also a great one. I mean, they're all good. Don Amaro on Mother, another good
Mhm.
one. Uh, I guess the other one I want to kind of bounce into a little bit here, because it's kind of newer technology. Let's talk about it a bit. And forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, but Wawate.
Yeah.
Okay,
Per-
perfect. Has an AI track of Gabrielle, of your dad, in
Mhm.
it. Talk to me about this. How do you go about this? And what was the thought behind doing this?
Well, this was actually a song that was brought to us. So,
Mm.
another producer, Kyle Goodmanson, he had emailed us, and he sent this song, and he told us a bit about the backstory. So he had originally worked on this song with my dad, I guess in 2012, or quite a long time ago, and they never finished it. And then he sent us this finished version of the song, and originally me and Jay were going back and forth, and I was like, that's my dad singing on it. And I was like, this is crazy, I've never heard this before. He's singing on this song that I hadn't heard. And Jay's like, I don't think that's your dad. I'm like, no, it's like I can hear his voice, it's my dad. And then turns out it was an AI version. So Kyle had access to vocals from my dad, where he can train it to, of course, be my dad's voice. And so for me, the reason why I loved it so much was it was bringing my dad back to life. You know, it's a way where I still heard him. When I first heard that song, I said, that's my dad. I can hear him even though he's gone. And so that was such a great moment for me, having him being brought back and being able to include him in this album through that technology. So I me myself, I work in AI, just in my field. I do cancer research, and we use AI to try and detect breast cancer. And so I'm always there's a good way and there's a bad way to use AI. You have to be very careful with any kind of technology. There's good ways and there's bad ways to use it. And with AI, you have to be very careful, specifically what you're training it on. So when it comes to AI, you have to think a little bit about, are you training it on stuff that belongs to you, or is it in some way taking, data from other musicians? And what I loved about this is he was training it on my dad. He was using my dad to train this algorithm. And so it was a way to immersify him into this song, and it's still keeping that original aspect of my dad with it. So I really loved the idea. And it was really funny though, because Jake could tell that it wasn't my dad, and I was saying, no, I think it's him. So we wound up having a bet. We were saying we're gonna see if it was him or not, and then we decided we were both correct, because technically it was.
That's great.
Yeah.
And such a
Yep.
cool thing too. Do you do both of you, do you have a favorite track off this album?
I
What
love
was
Ghost
it?
Don't Drown.
Yeah.
I right when, because it was one of the last album, or one of the last songs, and I immediately said it needs to be number one. It needs to be the first one on the album, because I loved the way that it builds. I love the swampy vibe of it. I love the arrangements. And also the guitar solo, it pays homage to my dad, because he loved to do that in his songs, have a guitar solo just after the bridge. So
Mm.
I think that was my favorite song on the album.
I think yeah, Ghost Don't Drown is my favorite, definitely right now. But when Redemption was released,
Yeah.
I really love that song. I think Gab just really knocked it out of the park in the studio. The harmonies are really lovely.
Yeah.
It's a nice driving song. Listened it on the way to the cabin a couple times, and it really fit that vibe.
Hmm.
So yeah, those are probably my top two. Absolutely.
Well, I'm not the greatest flyer, and that's the song I put on when during takeoff. I felt it kind of eased me a little bit. I don't know why I fly a lot. Just I don't know. I like to listen to a nice easy song on the takeoff, and that was my takeoff to Cancun last week. So so
Nice.
thank
That's
you for
really
doing this song. You helped my
Yeah.
my horrible fear of flying.
well. Thank you for listening to it, and you have really great insight, and
Yeah.
um, for us being so new to each other. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to that.
What's
Yeah.
really funny to me is when you were saying that Ghost Don't Drown wasn't your favorite song, I immediately thought, I bet it's going to be Road to Redemption, because I've seen a spike in the streams the past month
Oh,
of
It's
listening to it. So
it's
I was
Joel and
thinking that was you.
good job. Good job. Good notice. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been played, but where did I feel I shared it somewhere too and said something about it. I know I told a bunch of people about it, but yeah, no, fantastic, fantastic song. There's another one on there too that we don't have to drive into it. Not letting go. That's the other one. I mean, they're
Yeah.
all just such good songs, but they're you know sometimes you hear a band and it kind of sounds, it almost sounds the same, but all
Mhm.
these songs are so, they all have their own identity.
Yeah.
And that's
that's
what makes
cool.
a great album, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
really
yeah.
cool.
That's what we're really going for. We want our songs to be cohesive, but we want them to still be unique and be their own songs. So I think we had it's hard kind of as audience, as band members sometimes, to figure out what's the best way to merge your writing skills, because we write songs differently, me, Jay, CBG. And I think we've definitely gotten into a groove now where we've got a good way of bringing songs together, where whether it's Jay brings forward a 10% completed song and we finish the rest, or if CBG has a song that's almost finished but we add some new elements to it. There's a wide range when it comes to how we write our songs now, but I think we've definitely found our sound, the way that we can make it all sound cohesive together.
Hmm.
And working with our producer, Chris Gaffney too, he understands of what it is that we are wanting to accomplish, and so they all do. That's a really interesting thing to say. They all have their own personalities, but it's clear that they're in the same family, whether it's a cousin or immediate sibling. Yeah, that's a really great. I think we're gonna take that, Joel, and we're gonna add it to the bio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's great. Merch. Do you have merch?
we have this. We have this
Yeah.
record.
Perfect.
I,
That Jay can't stop talking about.
Yeah.
yeah, we have our last CD.
Mhm.
Tomorrow. And we're in the process of designing the new sort of shirt line.
Mhm.
And
We have toques. We still have toques.
yeah,
Cool.
and Gabrielle has done some custom
Earrings.
earrings,
Yeah, we
Cool.
do lots of I do
3D
beading.
printed,
Yeah,
beaded and 3D printing.
yeah,
Wow.
Merch is really hard.
It is.
yeah,
It's hard to. I think sometimes it's a tiny bit extra hard for us, or at least in my head, just because um, we do. Well, I talk about the age canyon between Gabrielle and myself, and our audience is well, much of our audience probably leans more towards my age range. Certainly with this last record, there's some younger audiences that have more in the Gabrielle range, um, who've started to follow the band. So then it's like, what kind of merch do you make? Because I think, or maybe I overthink things, because I think my age group, I think they buy a certain thing, and then I
yeah.
think
I think
Gabs,
vinyls are back in, which is really awesome.
Hmm.
yeah.
But maybe CDs not so much for my age. I don't know too many people that have a CD player around my age.
Well, and the
Well,
crazy
I
thing,
think more so like anyone that I know just kind of has it as like a decoration thing. Like, I've got this
Hmm.
CD.
I totally agree with you, Gabrielle, because um, the last record, we just made CD and, of course, available to purchase and stream. Um, but then taking some of our stuff to into the music and Argy's in St. Vital and McNally Robinson.
Hmm.
Um, I was like, hey, what about CDs? You know, are people just because I remember not even that long ago, you go buy CDs for $5, like
Yeah.
to the music, um, the record stores. But apparently, to the folks in the biz selling records, CDs have somehow during COVID, with the younger population, kind of took off.
Hmm.
Um, so they're it's really interesting of what's hot.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, vinyl's so great to see. My band played Tap House last night, and one of the bands there had vinyl, and I thought it's just one of the coolest things to see, right? And good on you to have it. I find CDs. Here's my controversial take for the night. CDs I find are like a support ticket for a band. You know, you might sell a lot of CDs, and I mean, I can tell you right now, I got a pile of local band CDs all beside me, and a lot of them are still on wrappers because
Hmm.
I simply don't have a CD player, right? But I buy to support the local band too, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
think that's maybe where that's at. However, on the other end of it, vinyl Sterling just made a comeback, and a lot of younger people are listening to vinyl, and
Yeah,
it's really cool to see that. I love when bands do physical like that, especially with the
yeah,
vinyl. It's just such a
yeah.
great thing. And where can people pick up the vinyl? You mentioned McNally and Argy's, and most of the
and,
local shops here.
yeah. Argy's, McNally, and Into the Music.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and we've been joking. Nobody's taken us up on it yet, but Gabrielle and I will deliver a vinyl to your house. Hit us up,
Delivery
Amazing.
same
up
day,
on
same day
hit us,
delivery service.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's our email? Indian City Contact
Yeah,
at mail.com.
or
You
just any of our
can
socials.
yeah, hit us up on the
Perfect.
social, and we will drive it to your house.
Amazing. You get the full experience there. You get the artist to the door. That's absolutely amazing. You know, it's it's just such a good album. And anyone watching right now, I know there's people watching right now. Anyone watching later, this goes live to YouTube, it goes live to Facebook, it goes live to Twitch. I don't really know what Twitch is, but I know it goes there. But anyone watching there that aren't familiar with the band, get this record, get the vinyl. They'll deliver it. I mean, it's just a solid album, and I say it again, it's probably one of my picks for album of the year for 2025. And it's crazy because it only came out October 10th, probably. Yeah, 10th.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
absolutely unbelievable. One more thing I kind of want to touch on with you: shows. Do you have any other shows lined up that you can talk about, or do you have shows you can't talk about and you just want to tease everyone?
I don't think we
Uh,
have any right now, but we'll probably do another show in the new year. Maybe Side Stage again. We really liked playing on Side Stage, and
It's
the
a great venue.
sound there was great.
there are a couple things that we're working on
Hmm.
that, and wouldn't want to say just in the event that they're not happening yet. So, but there are a couple things that we can definitely announce on our socials when that's finalized.
Are you anyone watching this who knows me probably think I'm doing an angle on you here. Are you a festival band at all, or do you like to just kind of do just your shows?
The first, the bulk of the years of this band have been a festival band,
Hmm?
whether it's folk fests or indigenous music fests or generalized music shows or just weird Canada Day in Ottawa, like a
Mm-hmm.
couple times, and those kind of things,
Mhm.
um, which has been fantastic. The amount of travel this band has done over the year. Um, and then, like many people, the industry was a bit affected during COVID. Um, Many festivals, a few festivals across the country have closed their doors. A few in the US that we've played have closed. So the task of doing a club show has been sort of, I mean, this is going to sound so dumb, but it's been and to do some of the club shows. I'm certainly not going to say like we're not famous or anything, but um, taking your amps and your equipment into a club and marketing your own shows is really exciting and sort of nerve-wracking all at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you know
Absolutely.
what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
But I think
It's
we definitely want to be playing some more festivals hopefully this summer, because they're just so fun to play.
absolutely. Um yeah, I'll definitely we'll keep communication open after after this today. There's some ideas, but yeah, you know what? I'm just so thankful that you came on tonight to talk to me about the new album. As I was saying, I only got a couple more shows left for this year, and I believe this is actually my second last one. And then I have my year end on December 14th with Trav. I don't know if you guys know Trav Anima, the photographer, and we're doing a big giveaway that night. It's to be a big night. But I was so excited to have you on here. As I said, one of my most anticipated shows. So this is show like 115 probably now. And I love having new
Congrats.
bands come on and new bands coming on. It's always such a cool thing to learn more about them. And I've said it 10 times already. When you come up with a great album, you got to come on here and talk about it. So
Oh,
appreciate
that's really kind of
appreciate
you, Joel.
Yep.
appreciate you coming on tonight. And I hope to have you on again. Later in that career. And Jay, before you actually came on here, I was telling Gab that I saw a video. Someone sent me a video of the band playing live at the Roslyn, and I
Oh,
thought it was
wow.
just super cool to see.
Wow. What
Yeah.
I think Gabrielle, were you on that show?
I think that was 2018. That was quite a while ago.
Yeah, you
We
look
had,
pretty young on there.
Yeah.
I think we had 1,000,000 people on that show.
There was a lot of people.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I saw the
Yeah.
show and then I saw a picture that everyone took after, and it was a big crowd in there.
It was. Yeah.
It's super cool. I like seeing some of that old stuff from the Live at the Roslyn. I mean, that was such a great thing that
Mhm.
Riley and the guys did there for
Oh,
local
it was,
music, and it really put Winnipeg on the map in a sense, right? So
Mhm.
I just couldn't believe that show existed at the time, because like back when back in my day, like we had lots of friends living at the Roslyn, and we would sneak up onto the roof and not do anything bad, just kind of hang out. We all knew the ghost stories, and then when I heard about Live at the Roslyn, I'm like, what? I hadn't seen it yet. It was just, I couldn't believe it existed in the environment that it did, and walking into that, um, and the room just filled. Everyone was so cool.
Yeah, it was such
Um,
a fun show.
Great relationship with Riley since then,
Mhm.
and big supporter of my kid Jace.
mm.
The show in an apartment was brilliant. It was insane. Yeah, you would have to have real good neighbors.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I always wondered
So
that.
they must have worked
Yep.
hard to make sure that they were tight with the folks around them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah.
And with your comment there about Jace, your son there, he just a great talent too, right? I did see him at the tap house. I forget when that was, but I didn't want to ask the question. I just, you said it, so you're good. I wasn't sure if that was your
That's
kid or not.
that's my boy.
There
Yeah,
you go. Awesome.
yeah.
Well, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks for
you.
having us.
It's been fun. Thanks for kind of giving me a rundown of everything going on. Looking forward to digging deeper into your music, and yeah, you definitely gained a fan this year, and probably gain a ton more as you keep evolving and the music keeps going. So great job on the new album. I'm gonna make sure to get out and pick up one of those records, so I don't have to force you out into the cold to deliver one to me. So
Christmas is around the corner.
exactly right. All right, well, have a great night. Thanks for jumping on, and yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Okay,
Thank you so much for
Okay.
having me. Well,
Okay,
congrats
no
on
problem.
your 115th show. That's
Yeah, it's something like that. I
that's
think
amazing.
I lost track.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we'll chat later.